After returning to our home a couple of weeks ago, the valley got hit with a pretty big snowstorm. Everything got covered in a thick blanket of snow, and it felt like winter had returned. But slowly in the next weeks, the snow started to melt and the earth just like exploded with so much new growth and beauty. With the warmer temperatures, we had the first spring rain, which made everything so extremely green. It's pretty dry here in the summer, and most of the grasses will die by around late June. So the abundance of life and wildflowers and lush grasses everywhere feels very fleeting. But I guess the seasons just really teach us to appreciate everything when it's here, because soon it will be gone. This morning is so beautiful. Every day is just getting a little bit warmer. Early spring is the most exciting time because you're just kind of like waiting and hoping that spring will be here soon. Last week we had a huge snow, but it seems like now there's gonna be no more snow. Maybe. Who knows? I think last year it snowed in May, so who knows? The river's getting a little louder because the snow is starting to melt up in the mountains. I think I'm just blown away by how green everything is right now. I just don't remember everything getting so green. Okay, so today I'm going to weed the garden. Do you want to help me with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I'm going to cook some beans as well. I think clean up a bit.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Let's see. Well, I'm going to work on music and help you burn some sticks.
Nice. Should we walk up the hill?
This early? Probably not this early. It'd be too cold.
Wow, this bread is so good. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty tired today. We spent this past week working outside quite a bit. We've been really trying to get the garden ready and just cleaning up everywhere. I just finished my daily weeding, so that's really nice to get that out of the way. I don't think I like weeding very much. I'm a little nervous about the garden this year just because last year we planted and then we like set up the watering system and it's going off automatically. So we left for like a week or so, there's no one here, and like groundhogs, marmots, they just came in and ate everything. So then we had to kind of like replant a second time and it was really late. So I'm worried about these groundhogs getting into the garden because they can burrow under the fence. That's the thing. The 8-foot fence is mostly for the deer. The deer are so aggressive. Last summer, they would like circle around the garden just like looking in like almost every morning. But yeah, the fence doesn't keep the groundhogs out. They can just go right underneath it, like dig a hole and go under, and then they'll just eat everything. I'm feeling a little tired today, so I think I'm gonna clean the house. The house is a mess. Wow, it's such a beautiful day, and the snow is finally starting to melt. I am planting these little raspberry starts that my mom actually dug up from her garden back home. We really want to grow as many berries as possible because I think those are the things that we're going to try to sell at the farmer's market. So trying to get a lot planted. I think last year we planted maybe 50 blueberry plants, possibly more actually. Our plan right now is to sell berries and garlic. So last fall, we planted some garlic. I just spent most of the morning weeding down in the garden, trying to get rid of all the weeds, but then it just started to pour down rain. Like, it is raining so hard right now. Goodness, it like never rains this much. Now the rain's starting to stop, so I think I'm gonna go back out there and weed more. We gotta get this done, like, kind of soon, to be honest. Maybe I'll go find Logan. Okay, so I've been cooking these beans for like 4 hours now. I think they're finally done. It normally would take a little bit shorter, but I didn't soak them for very long, so it's honestly so nice to be able to like clean up all the dead wood, but also be able to utilize the heat from the fire to cook. Okay, so the plan right now is we're basically weeding and getting rid of all of the dead plants that are from last year. There's gonna be a lot of weeding to do to prepare these rows in order to plant. We have probably a month though until we're gonna actually plant outside because it's still freezing in the nighttime, and this is actually the first day the ground's been warm enough to actually even start any weeding. So yeah, we're gonna try to get as much done as possible. It's been raining for the past couple of hours, and I think it's gonna rain for the rest of the day. I'm gonna go to this little river on the other side of the mountains. It's such a beautiful spot. It's only like 10 minutes from here. I haven't been there since the snow melt, so I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like right now. I cooked these beans on the fire.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
With the pressure cooker?
No, just with the Dutch oven.
Oh, you soaked them in...
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's amazing how quickly things heat up on the fire. Like, fire cooking is so fast compared to, like, anything else. It's like you put something on there and then, like, in 2 seconds it's boiling.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've been going up the hill. It's been... I think it's been 2 weeks straight now that we've walked up the mountain. Mm-hmm. And today was so rough.
I don't know if I can take it. My knees are...
I was almost at the point of like crawling. Like I was so exhausted. I really was. Like, what is it? Like the first day it was weird. The first day we were powering up the mountain. We were like, this is gonna be no problem. Like we can do this every day.
Yeah.
And now I've hit a wall. Completely hit a wall. Wow, this river feels so good. I've been coming down here every evening to wash my face and kind of like get ready for bed. I know that sounds kind of silly, but it's been feeling really good to just spend more time outside. When I got back home after traveling, mentally, I felt probably the worst I've ever felt in my life. I just didn't realize how hard it was going to be to keep up with these videos and manage everything else in my life while being in a foreign country and yeah, feeling really uncomfortable every single day. It just led me to feel really stressed out and super overworked, which is actually a feeling I've been pretty familiar with this past year. And yeah, I've been trying to deal with these feelings of being like burnt out and tired. And previously in my life, what I would do to cope with these feelings would be to just distract myself, do something that gave me like instant gratification, you know, like be on technology or just like distract my mind from the present moment. Because yeah, to cope with feelings of like tiredness and stress, it's like, it's a hard thing because you want to just do the thing that's easy and feels good in that moment. But instant gratification and those kinds of coping mechanisms, they don't like fix the core issue, you know? Like that problem is still present. Since being home, I've actually started spending a lot more time in my day intentionally doing nothing, which I know sounds kind of weird, but it's actually made me feel such inner clarity and really like awaken my soul and spirit again. For example, me and Logan this past year like to watch like a movie every night, but instead I've been replacing that like 2 hours with just like coming down to the river, watching the river, and intentionally having no distractions. And I think that's really important, to have time and space for nothing. I don't know, we try to fill every moment of our day with something. Yeah, and like little bits here and there when I have a bit of time, not immediately finding something to distract myself, you know? Yeah, and to feel boredom for the first time in so long. I feel like we're so afraid to feel bored. We'll just like immediately grab something or do something when we feel bored, but boredom, it's such an interesting feeling to experience, and can be kind of uncomfortable. But I don't know, boredom I think is a really powerful feeling because it can really lead to like a lot of creativity, a lot of really beautiful, inspiring ideas and stuff. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing lately, and it's been really helping to just spend a couple of hours with no distractions, no plan of anything. And yeah, it's really helped me to kind of start to heal from these feelings of like constant stress. Oh, Black, you came back. Oh, my other cat has come back to me. Let's go home. Let's go home. I think it's starting to rain. Come on with me. Wow, it's been raining like all afternoon. The sun's about to set, but I have one more thing that I really want to do, and that's go pick some wildflowers. But they're only blooming at the top of the hill, so kind of have to walk up the mountain to get those. But it's just so pretty, and they only bloom for such a short period of time. I really want to take advantage of how beautiful they are. I'm so high up here in the mountains and it's getting really dark, but I just don't want to leave because seriously, this moment is just so magical. Fog is like coming through and there's like this smell in the air that I can't describe. It's like wet earth smell. I know that sounds kind of silly, but it just seriously smells so good tonight. And this evening, I'm always like asleep by this time, which is so silly to say, but I mean, it is like 8:30, almost 9 o'clock. It's just like a different world in the nighttime. But I seriously should probably start going. These flowers smell amazing. How's your fire going?
It's going all right. Check it out.
Really cozy.
Yeah. It's cold tonight still. Because I think you're right. I mean, like, the science is there.
It's crazy looking around here. Like, I remember when I first moved the tiny house into this spot, there was literally like layers of sticks like this thick everywhere, covering the entire ground. And we basically cleared it all.
Yeah, we've done a good amount of work.
It's crazy to see. It's so pretty.
But it's really nice to have a flare.
Yeah, it is. It's a really pretty night. It rained all day.
Oh, it never rains here.
It never rains here. It's been raining all week long. Woo! Crazy. Snowstorm than a rainstorm. I made you something.
What'd you make me?
Something delightful.
Maybe a treat?
A treat.
I just